Hey, what is going on, Libras? Butch Tarot here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Runic Tarot. I know my voice sounds a little off. I just got done being sick as I can't even find a comparison, but I don't get sick very often, but when I do, it hits me hard. So thank God that's over with. But my voice hasn't really got back to normal, so bear with me. With all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have for Libra? What message do we have for Libras? All right, Libras. So the first thing I'm seeing is I feel like there's some anxious energy going on with you right now. You know, there's some anxiety, some late nights not being able to sleep, and I feel like it's due to this chaotic energy that's been around you. You know, I feel like things haven't quite been going very well. You know, I feel like it's kind of like everything's up in the air right now, and it's almost like feeling like there's no end in sight. You know, it's a very chaotic energy. But what I do see is I feel like very quickly your perspective is about to change. You know, I do see someone new coming in that I feel like very quickly is going to change how you're seeing things. With that Knight of Swords, very quick moving energy, very new but very quick. The first thing with this person I see, I feel like first and foremost, I feel like it's going to be very clear who I'm talking about very soon. You know, you're going to notice this person. This person has that commanding presence with that or that King of Swords. You know, one of those people that when they enter a room, you know they're in the room. Now, I don't feel like that's not saying that this person is one of those really loud people. It's just I feel like their energy's loud. And it's really going to be easy for you to pick up on it. You know, and I feel like that's where this is where all this good stuff starts to come in. You know, we have that Wheel of Fortune. Things are about to get better. I see a lot of big changes coming. You know, and first and foremost, like I said, it's the energy's changing. Now, even though you notice this person, let's not worry too much about having to make first contact, because I feel like that's kind of already out of your hands. I feel like this person's going to open up communication with you. You know, just as much as you notice them, they notice you. And this person goes after what they want. So I don't feel like opening up communication with this person is going to be all that hard. I kind of feel like they're going to take that on themselves. Now, as you get to really get around this person, you know, feeling their honesty, and I feel like it becomes very clear very quickly as well, as this is exactly what you've been waiting for. You know, feeling like this is exactly what you needed right now. Like I said, everything's changing. You know, your perspective is changing. That negative energy starts to kind of dwindle away because the positive energy is filling your cup. You know, there's no more room for that negative energy anymore. And it's funny how quickly things can change. You know, sometimes we can have the worst day of our life, and by the end of that day, something changed where we're having the best day. And I feel like that's exactly what we have here. You know, I mean, we have the Page of Cups. You know, I feel like this person's kind of been fantasizing about you, even though they didn't know who you were, even though they didn't know you yet. They were fantasizing. You know, they were dreaming about you. They knew something big was about to happen. And that's why they're not going to hesitate when they see you. You know, they're following their intuition. You know, the world has come full circle. And like I said, this person's going to take that leap of faith. They're not going to deny their intuition. Something told them that there's something special coming. And when they saw you, they knew what they were talking about. You know, they felt it. And like I said, with that Queen of Wands, they're going to chase. They're going to make it very clear to you what they want. You know, no holding back. Now with this person, you know, very quickly, like I said, it's impulsive. You know, there's a very impulsive energy. But there's there's a lot of physical energy as well, but it goes much deeper than that. You know, there's this kind of cerebral attraction as well. Like I said, they knew you were coming before they met you. And now that they met you, it all seems very easy. It almost feels like they've already done this. You know, and I feel like very quickly there's this bond being built. You know, like I said, I mean, it is impulsive, but there's also that mental, cerebral connection here. And then there's that emotional as well. Like, you're bringing out so many emotions in this person, and they're not fighting it. You know, yes, there's a physical sense to this, but when I talk about that cerebral, I feel like this person feels something that they can't see. There's something about you that they can't see that they're attracted to. You know, they see, I mean, I feel like they're seeing into your soul. And what this person wants, they don't play around with it. You know, this person's not going to play games. This person's going to come straight at you. You know, and I feel like this person, you know, is going to be very clear about how they feel about you. And I feel like you're never going to have to wonder what this person's thinking, because I feel like it's going to be very easy for them to talk to you. You know, it's very straightforward, very honest. You know, we have that Six of Wands, you know, feeling like victory. You know, it's like the moment you check your lottery tickets and realize you won, you're going right to the place and cashing that shit in. You know, you're not going to wait on it. You're not going to sit there and hesitate. And that's what this is. It's like that victory. You're like that winning ticket that they've been waiting for. And as long as you've been waiting for the right person, you know, you've been waiting for someone that sees you the way this person sees you, now it's right there in front of you. They've been waiting for you as long as you've been waiting for them. They just didn't know you yet. So I do feel like there's a lot of potential here. We have the Ace of Cups, which is new love. And then we have the Sun card. You know, and I feel like falling, you know, this person's going to fall for you very quickly. You know, it's like they knew your energy before they met you, but now that they met you and you're in the real world right in front of them, loving you's easy. They're not holding back. You know, there's a very balanced energy they feel when they're near you. And they're not fighting that. Now, even though, like I said, it is new love, you know, don't let that scare you and thinking, okay, well, it's just new love. You know, it's not anything that's substantial, but it is. You know, they see you. And this connection only continues to get deeper. And what this person is offering you is something nobody else offered you. This person isn't just falling for your physical appearance. This person's falling for what's underneath. You know, this person isn't just showing up for a one night stand or casual or the physical form. There's so much, it's so much deeper, and it only gets deeper. You know, this is a deep connection. This is something that's going to be very substantial in your life, something that you're going to be able to hold on to, and something that's going to make you very happy. Like I said, with that Sun card, and we have that Nine of Cups. I mean, having someone that shows up and fills up all those cups. You know, I feel like that was kind of like a pipe dream. A week ago, you couldn't imagine that this is going to happen. You know, it's kind of coming out of nowhere. But that's how it happens. You know, and like I said, with that anxiety and that, you know, that tower moment before all this, sometimes we get into a place where we feel like it's never going to get better. You know, we're just kind of stuck in this situation where, you know, things don't really seem that good. And it doesn't seem like there's any chance it's going to get better. Like, you can't really see the end in sight. It's like being in the middle of a tunnel. You know, you're in the middle, you can't see where you started, and you can't see where it ends. But all of a sudden, this light starts shining, and the light gets brighter and brighter. You know, like that saying goes, the night is darkest before the dawn. You know, when all hope was lost, they found you. And that, I mean, I'm sticking to that. They found you. They see you. Now, this isn't just them seeing you, not your outer shell. This person's seeing you. And it's going to be nice to be seen. Like I said, meeting this person is going to change everything. You know, finding someone, it's like a needle in a haystack sometimes, but I see the needle, and so will you. You know, they found you as much as you found them. And like I said, they're not falling for you for that physical. You know, so many people in the world are attractive. There's something about you that attracts this person. Like I said, I feel like there's possibly been some fantasizing, almost like seeing you coming before they met you. Now with this person, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Feeling some Taurus as well. But that's the thing, sometimes life is crazy. You know, we can start a day feeling the worst we've ever felt. And in the course of that day, everything can change. And by the end of the day, you could be thinking, this is the greatest day I ever had. You know, this is great. I feel great. Everything's great. And that's the world we live in. Everything can change in a moment. You know, it's the little things. And going from not being able to see hope to meeting someone that sees you, to be seen. You know, feeling like you're lost and you can't be found, to the point where someone actually sees you. You know, like I said, it's going to be very easy to spot who this person is, because I feel like I said, there is that very commanding presence that this person has. And the way they look at you is going to be very clear. You know, it starts with a look. You know, I remember one time I lost a job. I showed up to the job that I've been working for a few years. And the doors were locked. Apparently, our boss, him and his partner, his business partner, had passed away a few months before, so the business fell onto him. And needless to say, all the business smarts was the guy that had passed. So he kind of ran the company to the ground. And I showed up at work, and the doors were locked. We didn't get our last paycheck. And the company went bankrupt. There's no nothing. We couldn't get things for even unemployment. And I thought, this is the worst thing that could ever happen, because I just got my new place, and I had bills to pay. I didn't know what I was going to do. Now I got to go looking for another job. So that day I went down and went to apply for a job, had a resume in my hand, and I met this guy. He said, "What do you got in your hand?" I said, "A resume. Need a job." "Got a job for you. You want it? Show up tomorrow morning." Showed up the next morning. It was one of the best jobs I had. I loved it. And that just goes to show you that anything can change in a moment. The beginning of that day, I was like, what am I going to do? I was freaking out, anxiety, stress, wondering what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to find, the thing is, the job that I had was a good paying job. I could have went out and worked at McDonald's or, worked at a pizza place or whatever. But it wouldn't have covered my bills, and I was just stressed out about that. I didn't want to have to start over from new because of the fact that my boss had screwed his company. And then I ended up getting a job that paid me actually a little bit more, to be honest with you. And they treated me good. I loved it. Met a lot of new people, a lot of good people. I actually got one of the guys that had worked me at the company that went bankrupt. I got him a job. So it just goes to show you, just because in a moment you feel like you're at the worst possible place you could be, anything can happen. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.